Hello everyone, welcome to the first ever episode of Mind Tank. We finally made it, we're finally here. So before we quickly get into the topic of today's podcast, we quickly want to announce the changes that we've made to the formation of episodes and what to expect this season. So, the way we're structuring it now, you can expect a weekly upload every Friday instead of every 2 weeks. We want to be a little bit more consistent with the uploads and just give you guys more content because we have a lot of topics that we've already decided and a lot under our belt that we have ready to show you. So with that being said, welcome to Season 1, Episode 1. Topic of today, James. What is it?
Body mods.
Body mods.
Yeah.
Interesting topic. Something we're both kind of interested in. I mean, we'll dive into that. But yeah, body mods. It's going to be a two-parter. We're going to start it off with the tamer body mods, the body mods that are a lot more common in Western culture. Then we'll move on to some more extreme body mods in episode 2. But for now, the main focus is mostly going to be tattoos and piercings and stuff like that. So body mods. Do you have any body mods? Do you have any tattoos or piercings or anything like that? Because you can legally get them over in the States, right? Like,
yeah,
you're legally of age to get them.
No, like you said, I am legally able to get tattoos and piercings, but as of now, I have none currently. I do plan to get a bunch into the future, but we'll get on to that later in the episode. What about you though? Because I don't really know I don't think we ever had this conversation before.
No, I don't think we have. I used to have piercings. I don't remember when I got my ears pierced, but I feel like it's part of just British girl culture to one day when you're about 7 or 8, you go into this shop called Claire's Accessories, and they basically sell just a bunch of like plastic earrings and accessories and stuff like that for like kids, so like tiaras, sunglasses, phone cases. It's a very strange shop. Never my sort of shop, but I went in one day, got my ears pierced by the little weird staple gun thing, and then I didn't like wearing them. Earrings weren't for me, so I let the holes close over and have not really worn them since. But tattoos I don't have. I'm almost 20, so I could have had them by now. I have intentions of getting tattoos. I'm just so indecisive. I don't know what to pick, so I've been kind of in a battle of just, what do I get as my first tattoo? I don't want to get something that I'll regret. Maybe I want this. Changed my mind. Back to drawing board, and yeah.
A repetitive cycle almost.
A little bit, yeah.
It's I think like the lead up to a tattoo, I think that would be normal, like the indecisiveness, because again, the nerves would be there. This is permanent, you know. Yeah,
I don't want to get something that I'm going to regret a couple years down the line, which is kind of it's the only reason really that I haven't got one, because I could have my parents wouldn't have had a problem with it. My parents both have tattoos, like.
Right. It's something that was more open to you.
100%, yeah.
Yeah. As for body mods, just as a whole, not just inside of tattoos or piercing, or just as a whole, what's something that interests you, just as a...
I do find piercings fascinating, though it's not something that I would ever get for myself. Not something I would just want on myself, not part of that aesthetic, but like for other people I can appreciate it. There are some that like confuse me and I kind of look at and I think, why? So for example, there's this girl in my university that I used to be friends with, and she had a lip tattoo, but it went like through the lip, so like it came out here but it went in the lip there, so right. Like I look at that and I just think, would it not get in the way? Is that not obstruction? Why would you get that? Like, it's literally just in the middle of the lip.
Yeah, it would almost seem restrictive for a lot of reasons, almost like more reasons as time goes on. Like, it's on paper that idea seems very you know what I mean?
I mean, like, it looks cool. I can appreciate it,
yeah.
but also, like, just, why? Or just people that get genital tattoos. I understand some people get them for, like, I guess, enhanced sensation. Although, I'm just trying to think.
Better stimulation, I guess.
Do you stop feeling sensation in your nipples when you have a nipple piercing?
Okay, so
I think
actually,
you do.
There's been reports. There's been horror stories actually, of people like losing sensation or it causing nerve damage.
So it's not meant to happen. You're not meant to have nerve damage from it.
No.
Oh.
It's just kind of happened. Like it's a side effect, a risk almost.
If it's done wrong.
Something like that. If you're
Right.
I know for clitoral ones, it's kind of like too far down, too far up. You could split it, and it's a whole.
I'm just gonna cross my legs because
Yeah, that's.
Oh my god.
One thing yeah.
I mean, like penis piercings as well. You'd have to be really careful because, like, some people will just get them along the shaft, and I just think, like, if you weren't snipped yet,
Meh.
what if you got it and it, like, teared your banjo string? Like, how painful would that be? All for what? A little bit of metal sticking out of your penis.
I don't see the appeal.
Also, right, say just hypothetically you were using that thing for one of its many uses.
Right.
Wouldn't it feel a bit weird going in? Like, what if it caught? Oh god.
No. Are we going there?
There's so much that could, like, that just makes me feel uneasy. Because, like, I don't even want to think about that. Oh, no.
Nah.
That's, yeah. But they fascinate me. The fact that people willingly will do that to some of the most sensitive areas in the body. To each their own, no judgment. Not for me, but definitely fascinating, yeah. What about you? Any, like, that you find super fascinating?
I think the most exotic one to me is probably a lip to ear type of thing.
Okay.
Like a chain connecting it.
Yeah.
As for anything else, just tattoos, probably just casual tattoos here and there. Like again, the ear to lip thing probably being the most, I wouldn't say extreme, but exotic measure for me.
That's as far as you would be sort of, like, exploring with
that's even taking
mods.
it's taking a big step out of my comfort zone as it is, even if, like, you understand, like, I'm on the fence, but even if it's like, it presents a lot of concerns, not even just concerns. I have a lot of stopping and, like, focal points I'm on at the moment. It's like the damage it could leave, or
if you don't like it, it's a very obvious place to have it.
Exactly. I mean, your face is your, like, you know what I mean?
Your face.
Especially in our profession, per se.
Yeah, your face is kind of your... I don't want to say moneymaker, because that's not the case, but it's a big part of your identity.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Be good branding, though.
What'd you say?
Be good branding.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's very unique. I think the obstruction is something that I've come more to fear now. It's like, obviously it would be for more of a formal thing to do, like just going out to eat or something.
Let me just pop the chain.
Yeah, just go hang out. You know what I mean? It's like nothing that I would take if I were going to something like to the grocery store or something. But you get hung on the going down the aisle, get hung on one of the things that hang down. Oh my god. That would be awful. No, again, just that's the idea.
Yeah, no,
You know.
I mean, like, it looked cool, at least, and it's something unique. It's not like you're gonna walk down the street, especially where you're from, and just find someone with that sort of piercing.
Oh yeah, definitely. Again, like you talked about your hesitations. My hesitations also playing into to the bigger factors you make, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I
Like,
get you.
I don't, just jump onto something and then obviously not like it down the road and it be very noticeable.
Yeah, something like that. It's not wise to make just off the whim.
On the go. On the go decisions.
It's not something that you should just jump into blindly or do without considering. It's not one of those. Do you know what? I'm just gonna do it because I feel like it. No, you shouldn't. And we'll get into that. We have plenty of examples why you should probably really consider before you get a tattoo, because you might end up really regretting it. But before we get into the negative sides or the things you want to watch out for when it comes to tattoos, what sort of tattoos do you want? I mean, you've said that you are interested in getting some. Do you have any in particular that you want to get for sure? Any examples?
All right, so I'll send you some pictures over on Twitter.
Okay.
Starting off with just like something more simple, I think. I mean, like for me, getting a tattoo would be something to play into the story.
Yeah.
You can go to the first one. Like if I were to get one right now, I would probably just get like, it would be a Japanese symbol representing the word dream.
Right.
Again, it would represent something meaningful to me, which I can break down easily, and I can just not like come to regret it so easily, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Probably just throw it behind my ear, maybe start like at the bottom of my back, maybe, but just as like a off the whim type of thing. That's what I would do.
Okay.
If I were to get one. Again, tattoos probably being my main focus for like majority of the body modifications I'd like to get. I'd probably get a Rager tattoo on my right wrist. It would play into a bigger, like, I plan to get a sleeve on this arm, which is my right arm.
Okay. A full sleeve or like scattered just pieces?
For this arm, it would probably be a full sleeve. Like, there's tattoos like that go against like black art, that go against like that stick out from black ink, pretty much. Like they form in a way.
Yeah.
So this would be like the ending of that tattoo. It would just feel like it'd be the start but the end, if that makes sense. I mean, it probably won't make sense, but like that's where I'd start.
No, I get you. Kind of like a gradual fade out to black.
Yeah, like and it would just play into the whole bigger meaning of the tattoo, which I'll get into in a minute, but just like, again, just a Rager tattoo. And again, Travis, like, Rager being an obvious connection to Kid Cudi and Travis Scott, their music plays a big part in my life and has for quite a while, for about 7 years now. 6 years since Days Before Rodeo and Rodeo dropped. Like, he's just been a constant in my life. Travis Scott's music represents something very meaningful to me. His music ranges from whether that be you're in your feels or you're at the top of the world. It's something that's helped me get through life in a bunch of different ways. And again, as he said, it's music to stimulate the mind, and that's how I feel when I'm listening to Travis Scott. I can be jumping around my room. I can just think of crazy ideas. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah,
there really is no limit. And again, the beginning and the end, it's going to represent where I go, where I come from, like, or where I'm going per se. So I feel it's like a strong representation of like something meaningful to me. Again, I don't necessarily, like, at first I flirted with the idea because of some religious reasons that it kind of halted me. But I mean, I've seen the differences with that, and I'm definitely confident that's a tattoo I want to get now. Again, playing into the whole sleeve thing, like I said, this is going to be, like, the sleeve's going to be a tattoo that represents where I come from and where I go. So,
yeah, your
like,
journey, your storyboard, this
right,
is
me.
Yeah.
Like, since I was a kid, story has been something that I valued in my life, like, crazy. I think since I was writing book reports in middle school to just writing fiction stories for fun, I've like valued I've valued story a lot, and I want this story to be the ultimate story, like my like the envisionment I see. Like I want it to be T for T, I for I, T for T.
And I mean, this is the most personal way that you can document it, right? By getting a permanent thing on your body to commemorate that.
And to treat my body as that storyboard is not per se perfecting the craft, but like just feeling like a different side of it, like experimenting. Like if I have no idea what this tattoo entails, I do know it starts with the Rager tattoo, and then it will go up from my side around my shoulder and down my arm. So it'll be a very extensive tattoo, something that would take a process, but I can see it starting like a storm to gradually like an outburst of the Rager inside of me. So I mean, you know, it would be very meaningful. Like I would feel confident to tell somebody if they were to ask, "Hey, what does that tattoo mean?" It's like, sit down, let me tell you a story really quickly. You know what I mean? Like I want to be confident in that aspect. Is like why I have this insanely crazy tattoo that's going to form as time comes, whether that be from experiences I have now or down the road later in my life, or from past experiences. It's going to be a very meaningful representation to me. Like, and then again, like I'll definitely do some things over on this arm or down my back or maybe up my other side, like just as a one-off kind of something to have fun with. Like
just an odd couple like scatter pieces to just have because they're cool or because they look good.
Yeah, I think again, touching onto a more crazy tattoo is like a lip tattoo.
Oh,
which,
okay.
May seem a little bit crazy because I know they're not fully
they're not
permanent.
No.
Just kind of something I do, like whether I'm like in college or like I'm just traveling. This like I just like for example, I don't know if you know what a Rager smiley is or a cactus smiley. I'll send you a picture.
Not particularly.
So it's like kind of a mixture of a Nirvana smiley face and a Blink 182 smiley face, but kind of integrated into like a its own kind of style. I just get it like on the inside of my right lip or the bottom of my right lip. Does that make sense? And just like be able to like pop it out and smile at people in my own little way.
Bottom of your right lip. You have a right and a left lip.
Oh my, the right side of my bottom lip. And here we go. Listen, I wasn't good with direction.
The bottom side of my right lip.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Dude.
It's alright, we'll cut it out.
Nah, it's fine. Listen. No, but it's definitely something I would plan to integrate into like the bottom of my lip or something. Just pop out and smile at people in my own little way, or
yeah, little Rager smiling back on your right lip.
Yeah. As for other one-off tattoos, like the dream tattoo, I'd probably I think I'd get like a hand tattoo, like a flower coming up like one of my fingers, like something like
specific flower, like
not like necessarily
cherry blossom.
Maybe, because a lot of the tattoos I'm going to discuss are like kind of like I wouldn't say Japanese culture related, but like they aim more towards the east, if that makes sense, far east. So if it were to be anything, it would just like wrap around my finger and like work with the way I touch, if that makes sense. Like
sorry,
like if it were to wrap around, it would come in line with my finger, so it looked like
right, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So
it's not. When you said it works with the way I touch, I was a bit like, I don't quite know what that means. What are you touching with this tattoo? What's it got work with?
That's not okay. Oh my god.
Oh my god. This is great. This is better than this recording could have ever been already.
No, yeah. Again, just for one-off tattoos, I'd probably get something just really like more individually expressive, like to a certain time period or to a certain story I might have. Again, I would probably as like time goes on or I develop more interest, I'd probably get tattoos that reflect things that stuck with me over time, because as I've gone on, things have come and go in my life, so it's definitely been it would represent the things that have stuck with me, or not even just things that stuck with me, but things around me, if that makes sense. Like wherever I go, just like a
the
thing to remember
in your life.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I can't think of a direct no. I think to name one direct example, it would be like a kitsune mask type of thing, because again, it doesn't directly tie to anything of my past relative, but ever since I was a kid, like being a ninja was something I wanted to grow up and be. I mean, obviously it's very unrealistic, but they're often related with assassins and stuff, so it would be kind of cool just to it would just be kind of cool to, like, I don't know, just kind of integrate in its own way, because the kitsune represents its own power ranking, and obviously my value of story would play into that too, because it has its own meaning in its way, and it's something I find very interesting. I want to learn more about as I go along.
Yeah.
And I think it would just be kind of cool, just like as a one-off type of thing, that's like a cool little design, like on my forearm or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, I'd probably get some Japanese writing down and up my back. It would be like more of a saying or something I find value in as time goes on, obviously. But not sure of the saying currently. Not sure what Not sure if it would be on my side, up my back, but it would definitely be something meaningful.
One motivational quote that you just stick with, that is your go-to, I would say.
Yeah, it would be like a constant of motivation, like to keep me going, to push me forward, literally from the back. Like that's that little boost, you know what I'm saying? That little push. And I hit my mic, excuse me. No, I think that sums up the amount of tattoos or body mods I do plan to get or find like heavy interest in. No, but we've discussed this somewhat before. You've told me about some tattoos that have some strong meaning to you. I don't remember them exactly, so you might want to go over them for me again. But no, yeah, I want to hear about your body mods.
Okay, so as I said before, pierced is not something I would get done again. Piercings off the table. The only body mod I think from now for the rest of my life that I'm ever only interested in is tattoos. I want a couple, not overboard. I don't want full sleeves, though I can appreciate the beauty, and I think that they are absolutely magnificent, and there are some absolutely amazing ones that are done by some artists out there. I would kind of just want a couple dotted small, not big pieces, medium to small size, just dotted around my arm, probably on my left arm. The first one that comes to mind, I have a little list because I've been thinking about it, because I've been so decisive on tattoos. I'm trying to get back in the mind frame of, right, when you decide a tattoo and everything returns somewhat back to normal in the UK, maybe you can actually go and get one. So I've been having a bit of a bit of a ponder to myself, and the first one I came up with was something Marvel. So the one kind of constant in something that I really liked and also found comfort in since the MCU really started since Iron Man first came out, was Marvel, was the MCU universe. I don't know much on the comic lore yet. It's something that I want to get into, but for now, definitely focusing on like the Marvel universe film wise. Something in that. I'm a huge nerd. It's kind of my like comfort films in a sense. So something nerdy like that somewhere.
Is something relating to a character or just
See, I don't know. This is one of the ones that I'm still kind of indecisive on. I know I don't want like a full-on character or like a logo or something like that. I think with a Marvel piece, it'd be something that I would talk to an individual artist about, where I was,
Right.
Interested in their art style, and I would just kind of say, knock yourself out, think of something and just show me what.
Be creative.
Yeah, exactly. You take the reins on this, go as crazy as you want, because I know that tattoo artists like that, they like the ability to do their style of artwork and put their own twist on it. It also makes the tattoo a little bit more unique. There's a lot of people out there with like similar tattoos of just logos of characters and stuff like that, and though I think they're cool, they're clean, they look great, I don't know if I would want to hop on the bandwagon of like, this is a tattoo that everyone else has. I think I would want something a little bit more personalised, but still following the theme, if that makes sense. So like, in
definitely.
regards to Marvel, kind of undecided, but I'm sure I'll figure that out. But I think if I were to have to pick a tattoo to get right now or tomorrow or whenever, I would probably get something space related. I've always kind of wanted a space tattoo. I've always thought space was really, really fascinating, and I always grew up kind of looking to the stars, and it's how I kind of carry myself with how I approach my work in regards to content creation and stuff like that. There's the phrase "to the moon." It's how I intend to take this passion of content creation, so it makes sense to kind of link the two together.
Right.
And also, as I said, space is cool. So something like this, maybe not something exactly like this, but some stars, some planets, a little UFO, something super, super basic and simple and small, but stylistic still.
Yeah.
Bit of taste.
Right. I think that's a pretty cool idea.
Another one that I thought about getting was, again, on my arm, somewhere, a drum tattoo. So I've been into music since early youth. I use that term loosely, to learn the violin when I was originally in, I want to say reception, year 1, year 2 in primary school, which for those in the States, you guys aren't going to know what that means. So I want to say kindergarten, grade 1 to kind of age.
So like 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, that sort of age was when I had the opportunity to learn violin in school. I didn't pick anything up. I don't remember anything. I think I went to like 2 lessons. Then I got drum kit. I learned how to play drums because my aunt got a drum kit, and so I was like, oh, that's so cool, I want a drum kit. So I asked for a drum kit that Christmas, I think, and I got it. So she taught me some little bits and bobs, and it's the only instrument out of all the instruments that I've attempted to learn that has stuck. I have probably tried to learn 4 instruments, maybe 5. I tried to teach myself bass in secondary school. I wanted to learn guitar when I was younger, but I never attempted it really. Violin, as I said before, drums and ukulele. Drums was the only one that stuck. I picked drums back up in secondary school when I had to take music as a lesson. and it was a DOSA lesson, you know, it was a lesson where we would just mess around for hours or whatever, but it was also my kind of time to calm down and just relieve any stress that I had. So like often at lunch times and stuff like that, I'd find myself in the music rooms. I was on good terms with my teachers, so they would always let me go round the back and use the good drums, and I would just sit there jamming out by myself, headphones in.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was great. It's something that I wish I could still do. I wish I still had a drum kit. I would definitely be playing it a lot if I had. Probably something I'll try and get back into. But yeah, a little piece commemorated into that. And also music, I think, is a beautiful art form. I think it's probably one of humans' greatest inventions. So I think music, to show my appreciation, my love for music and the things that come with it.
Yeah, and that's always something you can touch back on later down the road in your future, you know?
Exactly. And I mean, it's not limited to a genre, really. It's just a drum. Yeah. So even if my music taste changes, that will remain a constant. And it has good memories attached to it, so...
Right, exactly. Drums are in every art form, so...
Another tattoo idea that is kind of grasped from some memories is I want a shark tattoo. I saw on TikTok this shark, and it was in a martini glass, and I thought it was so cool. Some guy drew it, and he was like, I don't think anyone would want this tattoo that I drew, and everyone was like, I want it, I'd get that. I agreed with them, obviously. I would also get that. So when I first saw that, I was like, ooh, shark tattoo
Pleasant
would
surprise.
Be cool. Yeah, maybe I'll consider getting something like that. And then instantly I kind of started to reminisce on, I want to say, some random Saturday in my youth. So Saturdays were kind of like father-daughter day in a way, because my mum was at work. So it was just a day of like me and my dad hanging out. And this one occasion we were going through just a bunch of stuff in a memory box, a bunch of stuff that we had in the house. We were just looking through like old photos and stuff like that, and souvenirs. And we came across this little box, this little matchbox, and when he opened it, there were shark teeth in it. My dad had shark teeth, and I was like, why have you got a box of shark teeth? I didn't think this because I was like 7 at the time, but why have you got shark teeth? We're in the middle of the UK. There's no sharks here.
Right.
But it comes from when he was younger, and my grandparents were stationed around in the Air Force. So he lived with them, he moved around with them, and so he would go to some cool exotic places, I suppose not really that exotic, like Cyprus, Gibraltar, so like still Europe, but like hotter areas, they get sharks there, so you know, happen to just find some shark teeth.
Yeah, with some coastal areas and stuff, you know.
Yeah,
pretty
so
neat.
like that's kind of why I want a shark tattoo. My tattoos, they seem random, also in a way have some sort of memory linked to them, which is kind of the theme that I'm going for, because then it's like it's a commemorative tattoo, but at the same time it's just a stylistic piece that I want anyway, so it's like double meaning.
Yeah.
Another one, this is a completely random decision. There's no memory involved in this. There's actually no reason why I would even want this, but for some reason I just want a cactus, a little like a plant pot. I don't know exactly, but something like this would be cool. So it's like a little sun, a cactus, and some sort of deserty area around it.
Right.
And when I saw that, when I was looking up tattoo ideas for the podcast, I saw it and I thought, a matching tattoo with myself. So I get 2 types of tattoos like that. One of them is like a sandy area, sun, cactus. Another one like snowy area, a little snowman maybe, or something like that. So it's like polar opposites.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that would be quite cool.
That'd be very unique, honestly.
A microphone, an old-fashioned microphone. I know the example that I'm showing you is huge. Like, I'm talking old-style microphone, and it covers someone's entire arm or their thigh. I would want something quite small to kind of match the size of the rest of the tattoos that I would have. But this one would also kind of have, this one I think would probably have the deepest meaning of all of them. So the reason I kind of want this tattoo is I feel like it reflects my growth and development. As deep and cheesy as that sounds, I, in my youth, was a lot more timid, a lot more, not fearful of speaking their mind, but I didn't. Like, I didn't really stick up for myself. I didn't, I was a doormat. I let people walk all over me. And there was this one occasion with someone who at the time I thought was my friend. It was like year 6. I was about 11. And this friend of mine at the time, he got bullied by the other kids in the class, but he had really bad anger issues. So me being, trying to be a supportive friend would end up being the punching bag, literally. So I came home with like bruises on the back of my arms because he just like had me pinned to a wall, and he was just crushing on my arms, like squeezing as hard as he could. Like, there were finger marks. It was bad. The school got involved. There was a whole shebang. But when I first showed my mum, or we first saw it and had the conversation of, this person is not being nice to you, you should not be friends with them, like they're not good, like stay away, kind of thing.
Right.
My mum gave me the message, and it, since she first ever said it, it's always been the one takeaway message that I've probably used the most in my life, and it is that I didn't raise a doormat. Don't let anyone walk all over you, don't let anyone treat you like a doormat, because you are not. And I was like, yeah, do you know what, I'm not a doormat. And so since then I developed to be a person that was very outspoken, stuck up for the middle dog, spoke my mind unapologetically, and was very confident in how they delivered their opinion, but respectful. I like to try and be respectful still.
Of course.
Yeah, it was the one piece of advice that I think, if I didn't get it, would have completely changed how I was. Because I think if I didn't change to be more, not defensive, but less of a doormat, if I didn't learn to stick up for myself and
outspoken,
to speak up against things that I don't agree with, then I'd be a very timid person, a very quiet person, and probably a completely different person. So yeah, a message that I've taken and has always followed me without having the cheesy quote on my arm or quote along my stomach, because I wouldn't want that.
I mean, it's meaningful to you in the end, and that's what's important. And I think you as a person reflect the meaning very well, especially how you've explained it and how you hold yourself. Especially knowing you for a few years now, I can confidently say that you're definitely you definitely match the ideal of what you speak. And I think as long as it means something to you, I don't see how anyone could say it would be cheesy or corny, or as long as you're comfortable and confident with it, that's all that matters.
I guess that's true. I'm the only one that has to see it for now, at least, so who cares, right?
Yeah.
Two more examples, and then that's my tattoo list exacerbated. So an old style camera, just because in my youth, when we went to the zoo, when we went on nature walks and stuff like that, always took a camera, would always hope to be able to take some photos. I always found it very peaceful. I always enjoyed taking photographs. My granddad is also really, really big into photography. My mum my mum's kind of side of the family, like my mum, my nan, my granddad, they all kind of like enjoy doing it a little bit as a hobby. My granddad probably more so than anyone else, but yeah, I also picked up that love. It kind of adds on to my existing theory of being a more creative minded person than academic, because I am a fan of the arts. I love music, I love dance, surprisingly, like even though I can't draw, like drawing, painting, acting, like all of that sort of stuff always piqued my interest, but school, maybe not so much at times.
That's
but yeah,
understandable.
so camera for that reason. Another form of art that I was able to use to express myself and fell in love with. And then a chess piece. I don't know, chess is really cool. The chess piece kind of, in my story, if I were wording it the same way that you want your tattoos, because every piece kind of has a story behind it still. The chess piece for me would be the time that I spent here at university. I think the lads that I live with right now, they got me into chess. I never thought I would like chess in my life. I always looked at people that played chess and thought, oh, I bet they're boring. And then I gave it a try and I thought, do you know what? Firstly, I've got to appreciate it, because you've got to be really, really smart to play chess. Like, it's not an easy game. I'm terrible at it. I'm not good whatsoever. But it's a good game. It's fun. It's very strategical. And definitely. It's kind of the experience of finding out things about myself, or ending up liking things or doing things that I never thought I would do. Whether it's due to nerves, lack of courage, whatever. Just the entire experience that uni has kind of given me so far. And
a very unique environment.
Yeah. Like, when I see that night piece that will be on my arm, automatically I will think of my experiences here at university and with the people that I've met and everything. Yeah, and everything like that, and the experiences that I have to walk away with.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much the list summed up for now, at least, on some tattoos that I'm interested in getting in the future. Some still undecided, but yeah, that's
very cool ideas.
Yeah, I hope I can figure out a way to make them look the way I want them to, because if I can get all of the pieces and they look how I, in my mind, kind of imagine them, I think it will look great. My arm will look super cool. So you've said that you want, a hefty amount of tattoos. Like, I'm not talking a couple odd pieces, because you want an entire sleeve. But have you always wanted tattoos, or is it more something that over time and growing older that you've wanted more and more?
Growing up, tattoos were a very I grew up in the church, so tattoos were more of a, this is a sin, you don't want to do something that's going to permanently stain your body if you don't know what you're doing. As time's gone on, I've gotten older, and I've experienced, whether that be from piercings to tattoos on different people, even to family members, it's been something that I've grown to ease up about. And again, it is my body and my choice at the end of the day. And I don't know, my experience with it at first, again, growing up in the church, was with piercings. I think it was like seeing how far a piercing could go, whether that be with your tongue or your belly button, or for me at first I thought that was pushing it, but no, definitely I've grown more open to it as time's gone on. I've grown to appreciate it, if anything, honestly. As I've gotten older, as my parents got divorced, I experienced the world in a whole new light, which allowed me to see things, again, in a brand new way. And as I grew to learn to express myself, tattoos, piercings, just the body modifications in general, I find that a very good avenue to do so, especially if I'm representing me. It's a storyboard about me. You know what I mean?
Right.
And especially it's odd saying as where I've come from to say, oh, well, these crazy types of body modifications interest me. You know what I mean? It's something
Yeah.
I would, if I were to talk to 8-year-old me, something I wouldn't have saw happening. I would never saw myself finding interest in the things that I have. And I think my the wake up thing for that is when I was my mom got tattoos of our names on her feet. I think we were quite old at the time. I'd say 9 or 10 years old, and it was kind of like the first trip up for me in my thought process. It was more of a it's like a that's made me stop and think for a minute. You know what I mean? And just as time's gone on, I found myself more and more just coming to appreciate the different types of art styles, and my mind's grown more open to that ideal, especially getting away from the church for an extended amount of time. Again, I know you not to be a religious person, so
Mm-hmm.
I presume our experiences with tattoos, especially, being very different. I would assume.
Yeah. I mean, I grew up, tattoos were a thing of the norm for me. I never saw the issue with them that other people did in regards to both defacing your body almost, in the religious aspect, which I can respect, I can understand, but also in the concept of people in jobs can be really iffy with you if you have a tattoo. Calm down,
Yeah.
Wendy, I'm just serving someone a coffee, why are you that bothered about it? But for some
Right.
reason, tattoos are still a bit weird in the workplace, and they make you look unprofessional or whatever. But for me,
Even in
tattoos,
moderation.
yeah, I mean, you have to make sure that you can cover them up and stuff like that. Which, tattoos for me, they were never weird. My mum and dad both had them before I was born, so tattoos have always just been there, which helped, I guess, pave how I see them, the fact that I want them, and I guess the comfort of getting them. Having family that already have tattoos, it's not so much of a rebellious act anymore to get a tattoo when your entire family kind of has ink. At that point it's kind of just join the club, let's go express ourselves. So yeah, my experiences with tattoo, my initial outlook on tattoos, not really changed at all. I have always just seen them as a do whatever is your body, I don't really care because it doesn't affect me in any way kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is a very unique way to express yourself,
Mm-hmm.
a unique expression to you solely, and it's a very great avenue, honestly. I think now that seeing it from a different light and perspective of things, that it's a very great way to express and tell a story, even if, or just stand as a reminder for something, whether that be to you or dedication to something.
It is, but unfortunately not all of those stories are positive. Sometimes getting a tattoo does mess up and you are left with some horrid stories.
Yeah.
Which we've found a couple. We're going to share some.
Right, like Heather said, we have some examples here of some tattoos gone wrong and some horror stories. Starting off with something, honestly, wouldn't want to be I wouldn't want to be behind in the chair. It's called the Rivalry. I probably won't cut that. It reads, when I got my second tattoo, the artist asked who did my first tattoo, so I told him. And apparently, the two artists had a huge rivalry, and he got so worked up and angry talking about the other guy, he lost his concentration and screwed up the outline. her conclusion was that the tattoo looked like a child had drawn it.
Oh.
Which, let's be honest, if you think back to your childhood drawings, I don't think I would want someone drawing with a needle and ink behind in front of me when I'm sitting in the chair.
My art teacher definitely would not want me drawing tattoos for someone. She was never a fan of my work. I've never been good with a pen or a pencil, so yeah. That'd be if someone asked me to draw them a tattoo. That's probably what it would look like.
Oh my goodness. Honestly, with a tattoo, I would be more nervous, if anything, after as time went on, if I were her and sitting in that chair, if that makes sense, hearing him again bringing this up, I'm like, oh, oh boy. The anticipation would kill me, I think.
It's just like, it's a perfect example of just leave it at home, whatever bickerments, like don't bring it to the workplace, because he literally brought it to the workplace and then made a tattoo look like a child drawing.
Yeah.
Because he got so angry at the thought of this other guy. Like, what did he do? Did he sleep with his wife or something? Like, what did he do that was that bad?
The rivalry must be pretty intense.
Yeah. That is, that's one rivalry that I wouldn't want to get between. That's a death match, that.
Yeah. Oh, man. Alright.
So, this one is called the Flea.
Right.
I live in a town where we have an amazing shop. Been in the same spot for over 20 years now. So, guess where I went when I turned 18? And wanted a tattoo for my dad, who had died 6 months prior. The new shop that had only been open 6 months. My artist was actually talented, and I'm happy with the ink. But there's a small line coming from the centre of it that shouldn't be there. Why? Because a flea jumped out of his dreads and onto my leg while he was doing the tattoo.
Huh? Wait a minute. Because a flea jumped out of it.
The flea was in his hair. The tattooist's hair, it jumped out.
Oh my god.
It jumped out of his dreads onto his leg. Oh, I would freak out. I would jump off that table. The tattoo would be ruined. I wouldn't want to go. I wouldn't want to stay. Because that's not sanitary. Why have you got fleas?
The tattoo would go the extent of my leg, if I'm being honest. Oh my goodness. That's crazy.
Like,
I can't even imagine.
I mean, just the fact that this guy let himself get fleas in his dreads, then brought it to the workplace, and let him hop around on a customer's leg.
You occasionally wash your dreads. From what I've come to understand about that type of hairstyle, it's not something you wash consistently. I'm not trying to make excuses, but it's still something I wouldn't I'm still certain that's something you keep under control. Oh my god. Okay, this one's alright. Do I even say the alright? Alright, this one's coming. This one's stemming from Facebook. It says, I asked the guy tattooing me for a Russian doll, and it came out looking like a weird little butt plug. It got infected because the artist was appalling, God. And I had to have the color refilled later, after the weird scabby mess had healed. Oh no.
Why would you even bother getting a bad tattoo recolored? Like, okay, this looks bad. At least let me zhuzh it up so it's colourfully bad.
Just do over it.
Yeah, I would have just gotten a cover up.
I mean, assume, like, she said, wait. A weird little butt plug. Yeah, so if it's little, they should have no problem covering over it. I mean, God. That's more of a moment of...
How do you even make a Russian doll look like a butt plug in the first place? Unless he was to just not put anything on the Russian doll and just make it the shape of a Russian doll, but slightly off, so that it would look like it'd fit in someone's arse.
What is a Russian? Oh, the Russian dolls are what
Yeah,
stack inside of each other.
Yeah, the stacking little figures.
Uh-huh.
But how do you make one of them look like a butt plug?
I don't. How do you? No, I'm not even gonna ask questions because I know that's gonna go into a whole different subtopic. That's crazy.
They might want to consider taking his license away to tattoo, if you even need a license. I don't even know.
I'm pretty sure you do to have a business. But just to practice, I'm pretty sure you just have to free arm wing it on people.
Oh, damn.
Yep.
Okay,
Right.
so this one, the last client. This doesn't sound good. My first tattoo was on my 18th birthday at the dirtiest shop in town. My
Well, that's never a good
impatient
sign.
18-year-old self didn't understand the concept of quality or red flags, apparently. The guy who did my tattoo was 4 hours late, was clearly intoxicated, and informed me mid-tattoo that he quit and I was his last client. He then decided to freeball some flowers without telling me that came out completely crooked and distorted. Down the road, when I got a new tattoo right underneath the one on my back, the artist told me the other guy's tattoo was so bad and crooked that it would make hers look crooked no matter what she did. Wow! The tattoo was that bad that it would then ruin tattoos in the surrounding vicinity. I want to know what the tattoo was, because he added crooked freehand flowers. But what if it didn't need flowers? Like, what if the tattoo was of an axe and you just added some flowers?
Right? Like, what if it was completely out of context flowers or something?
That would be hilarious.
It's like it's like a gravestone with a bunch of flowers up around. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
I mean, on the bright side, the guy quit, right? So he must not be tattooing anymore, hopefully.
Yeah, I would hope so, if that's the case.
Especially since he was drunk tattooing someone.
Right.
The Orchids. You can read that one.
Okay. Alright, so this one's titled The Orchids. It goes on to read, my friend decided her first tattoo was going to be orchids on her arm. When telling me the tattoo artist her idea, he didn't even know what orchids look like.
Oh no.
Even though he had one on his desk.
What?
Oh. Her arm now looks like there's several vaginas on it.
Oh,
hello?
God.
Wait a minute. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know what an orchid looks like.
Right, but like, can you really mess it up that bad?
That
it looks
badly?
like a vagina. Several vaginas, might I add. Not just one singular vagina. We're talking plural vaginas right now.
I mean, I'm guessing if you were to make I guess I can sort of see it, but like it can't be like, you know what I mean?
That's what
like,
an orchid looks like. How does that look like a vagina?
I'm guessing if you made the round piece kind of the extent of the petal, but at the same time, it'll only be from a different angle. So like,
yeah. So like, what? Oh no, actually, I can see it with this one. Never mind.
Yeah.
No, this picture, I can see it. He, if I can make it bigger. Oh my god. He definitely like. Oh yeah, that's a vagina. I can see it now. Yeah, I see it now. Why did he draw it like that? Like, why that angle?
Where was his headspace?
Where was?
Oh,
why?
Man.
Oh.
So many questions and not enough answers for that one.
This, folks, is why you do your research before you get a tattoo. Always look into the artist's work beforehand. Otherwise, you might get some absolute piece of trash.
You're going to get something you're not going to be happy with later down the road.
Exactly. Something
it's not going to be fun.
You're going to really regret.
Oh my god. All right, so speaking of bad tattoos, moving on.
One for the people joining us on YouTube. Sorry, Spotify lot, but this will get cut because you can't see what we're talking about. I feel like it makes the more sense to have this on YouTube only.
Yeah.
This segment. Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, definitely. Right, so moving forward, speaking of bad tattoos, we have, if you know Reddit from anything, you'll probably know Reddit from its 50/50 content that's been put out on YouTube for years. There are multiple servers dedicated to this exact topic, good and bad tattoos, and we have these prime examples pulled up right here to show you guys. We haven't actually seen these yet, so this is going to be a quite interesting thing to look at.
Should we start with the bad first or start with the good?
I think a good.
The good? Okay. So, this is some artwork in Brazil. It is some sort of 3D cross-stitch Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Oh, I like that.
I haven't seen that.
And all of the, like, sketch drawings in the background, too, as if it were, like, rough sketches of during the animation process.
What is it called? Concept art.
Yeah.
And let me just say, the stitch idea, I love that. I love how they can make it look like it's like literally been stitched onto you.
Yeah. I mean, if I saw that face to face, I would think that someone had just gone crazy one night with a bit of sew and a needle and some sewing.
Yeah.
Thing. What's it called?
A sewing kit?
Yeah, but like the thread. Yeah, a needle and a thread. Someone's just gone crazy with a needle and a thread. And not something I would get for myself, but like I can appreciate how good it looks.
Oh no, yeah, definitely.
Oh, whoa, there's more. Oh, whoa, those are crazy.
Oh.
That's the Joker.
The different shading of colors on these are amazing.
I know. Oh, I like the Beavis and Butthead one. Mortal Kombat. Those are very cool.
Wait, go back to that. That looks unreal, dude.
That's crazy. Oh, Spider-Man and Stan Lee. Oh, that
is
as a
cool. Lego man.
That is awesome.
That's crazy.
And Fairly Odd Parents as well. This is quite a big piece here.
Yeah.
20 hours it took, done in Costa Rica.
Wow.
And
it just goes
a skyline with what, space in it?
That's a wormhole, I believe, or what they imagine to be a wormhole, I would presume.
And it's
like actually
a constellation as well, with some palm trees. The detail is insane. Like the coloring on it is so
especially for
vibrant.
the size of the tattoo.
Yeah. I bet that must have been painful though, or at least it would have taken 20 plus hours.
Oh, there's a portrait done right, I guess. Again, I don't know why you.
Bruce Lee.
That's Jackie Chan.
That's not Jackie Chan.
It's not.
No, Jackie Chan. Wait, I'm gonna sneeze.
Bless you. Look up a young Jackie Chan.
I'm pretty sure it's Bruce Lee.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Let's go with Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Bruce Lee, I think.
Okay. Okay, so that's. God. You good?
Not yet. Oh my god, my throat's going crazy. That sneeze is set off my hay fever.
Oh my gosh. This one's kind of interesting because, personally, I don't find, I would never see myself getting a portrait, but the detail on this is insane. I'm assuming, this is a Bruce Lee portrait, as we just discussed, but, again, the detail, the scale, it's insane.
The shading,
the accuracy at that.
How intricate it is, and every single little detail. As it the grooves on his shoulders, his veins popping out on his arms, the detail in it is crazy, but much like you, I would never in my life get a portrait tattoo. Just not for me. We'll talk about that a little bit later. We'll talk about why we wouldn't get a portrait. But what else? So another a lot of these are portrait tattoos. This is cool.
Yeah. See, with that, you don't have the obviously don't have the black outlines of standard tattoo or anything. It's very unique. It stands out, I think.
100%. It's very cleanly done as well. It almost looks like a painting.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like the last one we looked at, they said it looked like a sticker. That looks just like somebody painted it, honestly.
Yeah, it's very cool. This is a matching tattoo. Maybe, I think, between brother and sister. Matching tattoo. I like it.
Hope.
Like, it, you know, it's cool. It captures the Simpsons style perfectly. I like the little background shading. But, I mean, I personally just wouldn't get a matching tattoo with someone.
Like I said, if I were to ever get a tattoo with my sister, it would probably be dedicated, but...
Yeah, instead of a matching one between the two of you. Oh, whoa.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Wait, was it a hyena and a cheetah? Wow.
Oh, yeah, you can see the little mohawk that
that's
the
crazy.
hyenas have. That is crazy.
Yeah, see, that, like... Alright, so what I was talking about earlier with, like, the whole sleeve, I want that, but, like, something out-grabbing at the word rager. Like...
Oh, okay.
You see what I mean? Like, whether that be, like, a dragon shooting fire or something, like...
Yeah.
I think that would be, like, a cool idea, but that's beautiful. Honestly, the shading on that, too.
The colouring is outstanding, though I think that would probably be absolute agony to have done.
Ooh.
Right on the hands.
That would have to hurt.
Yeah. I can only imagine it'd be very painful.
On your knuckles?
Oh, God, I know. Now on to bad tattoos, and I mean, we really went hard on bad tattoos. This is titled Sick Side Boob Jesus.
I just want to know about the beard.
Have you seen the abs? Looks like turtle shell.
My man is ripped.
Like, he's ripped, but he's also not ripped at the same time.
Like, that looks healthy, but super unhealthy. I didn't know you can make...
He's got voluptuous breasts and a rock-hard six-pack, but you can also see his ribs. Like, his skin is hugging his ribs. Also, why are his arms so short? Like,
right?
He only has half of an arm. They literally drew his arms from, like, elbow down, but connected that to his shoulder.
I'm not even... His arms don't even look proportioned right now that I'm looking at it.
He has no eyeballs.
Compared to him? Yeah, what?
Or are they meant to be closed eyes, or is he just demonic? I'm very confused. Also, why did he have to draw his nipples hard? Like, he really emphasised that they are out there, they are pointy, it's chilly, it's a bit cold.
Yeah, it's a bit cold out in the desert on the cross.
Oh
man. Nailed it.
Oh, wow. Wait, it says something on there. I can't really tell what it says.
I think it's supposed...
something, or...
There was some...
right?
I'm guessing, I'm hoping they're aiming for Christianity here. I'm assuming, it was meant... There was something on top of the cross. We can cut this too, because I'm not sure if I'm right.
Yeah. Okay,
Stalked by demons.
Oh, what the... I mean, okay, so let's... do you know what? Let's take this apart piece by piece, because there's a lot to depict here.
I just want to point out that demons is spelled with 2 M's. If they were going to go for a cursive N...
Demons.
If they were going to go for a cursive N, they should have done the whole word in cursive.
Yeah. So it says stalked by demons in, like, horrible cursive font with some blue and purple around it. But, like, not really shaded. Just kind of a toddler went crazy with some crayons.
And
demons is spelt wrong.
Demons. Or demons. Moms. Demoms.
Then,
Nice.
What is this? Like,
Is that meant...
I don't want to say that it looks like an alien just in case this is this woman's kid, but that's not a child. I'm sorry. I don't know what that is. Also, why is there a line down here? What's this? What was this meant to be? Is this, like, part of the alien child? Why is it a half-done face?
It almost makes me want to believe that it's supposed to be an alien the way the corners of its cheeks cut in.
Oh, is it meant to be a demon, maybe? Stalked by demons.
You wouldn't think, huh? Holy moly. Could it have gotten any worse?
I do love to read the comments as well, because I find them so funny. Someone quoted it. Demons with post-nasal drip. Yeah, it does look like they have a bit of snot coming out their nose. Wow. That's a money back, please. When you see one that just points out to you that you want to talk about, just tell me when to stop.
Just keep going.
I mean...
I think we can go over the wall. Wait, what is that?
Is this one again?
That's...
This one we gotta do. Wow.
I don't really... man.
It's a face tattoo. With a dodgy finger.
I mean, let's just talk about the finger for a minute.
Let's zoom in on the finger. Wow. Wow, look at that finger.
Why?
Why does it look like that?
You add an extra line to that, and it's a completely different tattoo. I'm just saying. One more line on this tattoo. That hand. Yeah.
Why does the finger gradually get bigger? Like, it starts off thin at the bottom and then it increases in width as it goes up.
What's the sense of scale?
I don't know. Also, like, why?
What's with the shading?
What's with the black stuff around this blue thing? What is this?
Is that meant to be a moon?
This entire thing. I think so. But what's this? Is this blood?
I
Where's it falling from?
The knife in the hand, I would hope.
But there's no blood on the knife. And there's no blood coming out of the hand. The blood is just magically vanished here.
Just blood.
And why is it holding a rose on a moon?
What's the symbolization here?
I don't know.
Is there more pictures?
I wish. I don't know the context. Oh, wait. No, I don't think so. No, there isn't.
I would like a little bit more context.
Yeah, there's... I mean, wow. Okay, so somebody wrote this, and I think it is a perfect way to just explain what this person must have been asking for when they asked for the tattoo. Hi, yes, I'd like a hand that has an index finger cut off and a penis using redo that. Hi, yes, I'd like a hand that has... Hi, yes, I'd like a hand that has had the index finger cut off and then a penis used as a transplant. Then the hand is holding a rose. No. I'd make sure the penis finger is very visual. Oh my god. Make sure the penis finger is very visible, but also being stabbed by a knife, and there should be a blue crescent moon in the background. And could you also add some heavy shading that looks a bit like a swarm of flies buzzing around the disembodied hand that I will have permanently tattooed on my face.
And 3 little sperms swimming away. I've got to have that.
Oh god.
Oh my god. Whoever did this needs to be held responsible. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like someone who really should not be freehanding tattoos decided they should start freehanding tattoos. Yeah, I can agree with that one. It definitely looks like a free-handed job. Is that Caitlin Bennett tattoo?
Oh no. We've got to go over that.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I think this one just kind of speaks for itself.
Oh my god. The comments. Yeah. So Caitlin Bennett, for those of you that don't know, is, what would she be? Right wing?
Yeah.
Right wing gun activist in the States, and she will just go round to different colleges and just bombard random people with questions like, would you let transgender people use your bathrooms? To which obviously people were like, yeah, because I mean, logical answer. And she was like, yeah, trying to kick up a fuss about it. Apparently she pooed herself at a party or something. That was a meme that was going round. So the comments basically just consist of, the legs are shaded like that as a reminder that she shit herself at one time. Isn't that the girl who shit herself, and the amount of shit was in colossal proportion? Oh god. It's just so badly done. Also, why? Like, of all the people in the world that you could get, that is what you choose.
Not even a portrait tattoo, it's just why.
No, it's not a portrait tattoo, because she's not even looking.
It's just, why would you get some person? Like, that makes no sense to me. Oh, go down one more. Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Is that meant to be Padme?
So alright, so for those of you who don't know or haven't watched Star Wars, this is meant to represent This is meant to represent the Queen of Naboo. And oh my god. Alright, there's not much.
Oh, Queen Amidala.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we can go on from this one. I thought it'd be interesting, but I just thought that was kind of funny.
I'm waiting to see the infamous one. We have to.
Yeah, we have to. I'd be livid to have that bad of a cover.
I mean, I'm not surprised. The first tattoo in itself was bad. It was kind of like some sort of off-drawn, not symmetrical, kind of wonky tribal tattoo as a tramp stamp. For those of you that don't know where tramp stamps are, usually when you have a tramp stamp done, they're located right above your butt, along the back. The bottom of your back, basically. And she got it covered up. But what is that?
Somebody must just got the ink bucket and just like sat there for like an hour and a half playing fill in the blank.
It looks like Sharpie. Like it's got that. Why is it glossy? It's shiny. It shouldn't be shiny. Tattoos aren't shiny.
What does it say? I'm not even gonna try to say it. The thing is, the original tattoo was better than the cover up.
Yeah.
I could live with the first one. There's
no redeeming yourself from the second tattoo.
Have fun in missionary for the rest of your life. That's all I've got to say.
You wouldn't be able to keep it up because you would just like it'd instantly go down looking at the monstrosity that is on her back. Is it a crow? Is it roadkill? Why is there symbols on it? Why does it say Haggy with a bunch of green X's behind, like below it?
What if she gets a new X for every body?
She gets a new green X for everyone that's called her tattoo shit.
Oh my god. Internet points up 1K.
God.
Oh, so much. Oh man. Wait, the travel kind of looks like two penises now. Oh my god.
I can see it.
Yeah.
This especially. Wow.
Alright, wow.
One more, I think. One more bad tattoo to end on. And of course... This isn't the one that I wanted to end on. But do you know what? What is this? It's meant to be Phoenix.
It looks like one of those things. It looks like a cape from Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
almost.
The fur capes.
Yeah. Like his claws, you can barely tell. Yeah, you can barely tell the claws out.
Why is one of the nails coloured in but the other one isn't?
Not to mention, why is he? Is he like floating like a?
Is he on his tail?
Yeah. What is he?
What's this?
What is that meant to be?
I don't know. But why
So
is
many
it?
questions.
Why is it got circles on it? Why is it like polka dot?
It looks like It looks like a phoenix landing on top of a mushroom and just
stood on it, and then one of its feet got dirty. The other one didn't. But then the foot also blends in with the fur. Not even the fur, the feathers.
Right.
But the feathers looks like a ghillie suit. Oh my god, there's just so much.
Not to mention the head so out of proportion.
Oh my god. Why does the head shape look like Dr. Zoidberg? Oh wait, no, do you know what it looks like? Have you seen Futurama?
Bits of it.
You know the chicken lawyer? Not the chicken lawyer, but he's like blue. He's a bird.
Yeah, oh.
This is what it looks like. Hang on. It's really gonna bug me now if I can't find it. Him. This thing. That's what it looks like.
Oh my god. Let's get a side-by-side comparison on screen really fast for those of you watching on YouTube. That's... Oh my god.
Like it does. It's got the same head shape.
This man stayed up too late watching Futurama, I believe, on Adult Swim.
I can't believe that was meant to be a phoenix. Right, the one that we have to end on, and quite possibly the worst tattoo I have ever seen in my life. I had to save this one. I mean, you guys have got to see how bad this is. Hang on, let me just find it. And I've got to scroll down a fair amount to get to.
I'm just remembering the other night we just sat here for a little while.
There's just so many that I'm looking at.
I love cocaine.
So
You're not... Listen, I joke about cocaine, but I would never get it tattooed on me.
Here we go. Chin ballitis, everyone. What is that? There's a lot to depict here. So, I think it's meant to be half human, half lion. But what it really just looks like is... Honestly,
a Ninja Turtle experiment.
Like, oh, okay, so I can see where the mistake is. So for some reason, they've drawn the human's chin to be the lion's nose. So the head doesn't match up. Like, they're not the same size heads.
Oh, I see.
So they
it
don't
now.
line up. So underneath the chin is the rest of, like, the lion mouth.
Why would you give it a chin then?
I don't know. Like,
I thought that was like just
the
a
human
cat.
mouth is now on the lion nose, and the human nose is just up there somewhere in the middle of the lion's face.
Carol Baskin, dude. It makes no sense. Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me. That's terrible.
Ambitious idea. Too bad it's permanently on someone's skin instead of a piece of inexpensive notepaper. It's the chin, vulva, muzzle, ball sack that really makes it. Wow. Put them on Maury.
Why is there a butthole in the neck?
Wait.
Oh my.
Hang on. Oh. The mouth does look like a butthole.
That's. I'm not even gonna give an explanation or an example. But what, dude?
Oh my god. This is why you do your research and you think before you get a tattoo, because though you might get some absolutely beautiful ones, you get some absolute monstrosities too that are not even worth $1, £1, a rupee, anything.
A rupee, hello?
God, like, never get that done.
No.
Whoever made that last one, never hold a pen. Never pick up a pencil. Just don't even look at paper. Just don't.
No.
Don't do it.
Maybe the creatives aren't for you.
Yeah, maybe you should read a book.
Yeah. Alright, going off of that note, though, I mean, if that doesn't set the bar pretty high for tattoos that you wouldn't get in the long run, I don't know what would, honestly. You know what I mean? Like, how much worse can it get?
Yeah, I mean, tattoos like that, they definitely make you question, maybe I don't want a tattoo because I don't want this to happen. But I mean, there are even examples of good tattoos, like well done tattoos that are drawn nicely, you know, the artist did good, that I just wouldn't get because of what they are, or just how weird getting that sort of tattoo would be. Like,
yeah.
For me, matching tattoos are a no-no, as well as portrait tattoos, or people that tattoo autographs on their body. Like, I know I see all over online, people are like, sign my arm, I'm gonna get it tattooed. Okay, but like, let's be honest here, just for a quick second. They are a random person that prior to these 5 minutes that you've been talking didn't even know that you existed. And
right.
You're getting their name tattooed on your body because you like something they did.
It doesn't make much sense to me, especially in the form of portraits. There's just too many examples online of portraits gone bad. I mean, we looked at the Bruce Lee one. It was
the Bruce Lee one. It was well done, but
at the same time, I would be like, as time goes on and you get older, or you get like, you know, like your body changes.
Mm-hmm.
I would be scared that tattoo would fade and stretch, or just, you know what I mean? It would be unproportioned in some areas.
The tattoo would end up looking wrinkly as you aged. The tattoo would age with you. The person that was drawn would age, and they would get wrinkles.
Yeah, pretty much. And not only that, it's just, I don't know, to me, it's one thing to be possessive, not possessive, it's one thing to feel some sense of ownership over a character. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, that's one thing. It's another thing to be so obsessive about it that you get an actual person's face that has no relation to that character at all.
Yeah.
Like, we talked about the Captain Marvel one earlier, or we
Not
talked about
on
it
here.
before.
Yeah.
We talked about we've talked about a Captain Marvel one before. Don't have an example, but it has no relation.
I can put one up.
Yeah, it really has no relation to the character at all. I just I don't see that being something I hold much interest in for a
Mm-hmm.
while, especially when they could. I mean, with how remakes have been coming out recently,
Mm-hmm.
anything can be decanonized at any time. You don't know what the future holds for that portrait
Any
tattoo.
celebrity can also get cancelled at any minute, as we've
Yeah.
learned on the internet over the past however many years. And I
Yep.
just, the society's treatment of celebrities is already kind of a weird one. These are random people that you have never met in your life. They don't know you exist. You only know that they exist because they are playing someone else. And as James says, I can appreciate taking ownership of a character, finding comfort in that, wanting to represent that, but getting some random person's face tattooed on your body forever,
Seems like crossing a line.
yeah, it seems a bit far. Like the Captain Marvel one, for example. Captain Marvel in the MCU, played by Brie Larson, it's Captain Marvel, but like that face, the person that you are seeing, realistically, that is Brie Larson, right? So even though you're getting a Captain Marvel tattoo, that's also a tattoo of Brie Larson in a costume. Does Brie Larson know you? No. Do you know Brie Larson? No.
You know the character.
Why is there a tattoo of some random person on your body? Like, I like your film, let me put you on my body forever.
Almost seems creepy in a sense. I think if I were to be met...
it's like appreciation to a whole nother level. Like, I would never want someone to tattoo my face on their body.
No, if somebody
Ever.
came up to me just casually, like, hey, I have my face tattooed on or your face tattooed on my arm, I'd be a little more creeped out than anything.
Yeah, like, right.
Well,
For why? What gave you the need to do that? Why did you want to do that?
I
Obviously, full respect to those that do those sort of tattoos. We wouldn't get them done ourselves, but your body, your choice at the end of the day. But yeah, not something either of us are interested in the least. I think it's just the concept of it is a little bit strange.
Yeah, I think the same with matching tattoos. Like, for on the base, I can understand. Again, I respect not trying to cut down anybody that has or will or plan to do it. It just, to me, I've learned in life that people come and go. Everything is fluid like water. It does not stay in one place and will always be moving. People have come and gone in my life since I was very young, and more recently I have learned that nobody is forever. No one. I've met people in this community online from content creation that I thought I would be friends with for the rest of my life, and they're not in my life anymore. And I can't see myself having that represent something that could in the end really hurt me, because again, I don't see anything as necessarily lost, but then again, it's what you take away from it that you don't know, and we don't know what tomorrow holds, and it's just not something I find appealing, in my opinion. Honestly.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think there's any sort of scenario that I can think of off the top of my head that would make me want a matching tattoo. I don't want them in a relationship because I just think you're playing with fire on that one. You break up, it's just a big old bad memory that you've got on your body that you either have to save up for and go through the pain of removal, or you cover up and have to spend more money doing that, or you just have to see it. You have to live with this horrible reminder on you forever. Like,
not to mention the tension it brings up, like that pressure. Like, if, for example, if you know you have to do something or you're doing something, it's like, oh, that reminder of, hey, now you're tied to this. You have to do it by force now. Like, you're just, not by force, but like you're doing this because of not only this reason, but now this smaller minor reason. It's kind of like
we're dating. Your name is tattooed on my body, so now we must stay together so that it is not a waste. No, maybe just don't tattoo your name on someone's body.
The most... think before you do.
So, there are some people that you just think, you didn't think that through.
Like we reviewed some of the bad tattoos on Reddit, and with good interest, they had very good interest or a very good mindset, but with some of them, I don't know what the purpose, the thought process behind it was. I just don't see how something that permanent could require such little of a thought process.
People, what can I say?
It is the world. There's always going to be that person, though. Let's be honest.
Always.
Anything else we want to touch on for that topic?
No, but I have a way to transition it to
conclusion.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Wait, I'm just thinking about what I want to say.
I swear to God, if you start talking with my mouth full of water.
No, you're good, you're good. Okay, so... as we near the end of the podcast, I have a parting question to ask. We've spoken about what tattoos we would not want. What about locations of tattoos? We'll end on this. What are some places that you would just never get a tattoo? Just parts of your body that you would just never want a tattoo?
Probably my face. Like, I said I would get one behind my ear, but it would be very small.
Right.
But most obviously my face, and then probably anything below the waist.
Yeah.
I mean, my legs being that exception, but anything below the waist, I think. How about you, though? Because, I don't know. That's just how I feel.
I think, honestly, anywhere but my arms. I have no intention of getting tattoos on, because I don't want a back tattoo. I don't really want a tattoo anywhere else other than my arms. I'm pretty set on just having my arms tattooed. Everywhere else, just plain old heather skin.
Right. All right, guys. Look, that's going to do it for this podcast. Listen, you can check out our Spotify or YouTube if you're watching on those respective platforms. All of our social will be linked down in the description below. You can check out our channels if you'd like to see more of our personal content. Be sure to subscribe and follow our Spotify podcast to keep up to date. What else?
Thank you for joining us for this very first episode. We hope that you enjoyed it. If you do, be sure to leave a like. We very much appreciate it. And with that being said, we'll see you guys next Friday. Body Mods Part 2.